before we get started here, this is intended for mature audiences only. All right, and with that said, Jim, uh, here we go. We know nothing about this league, nothing about
Can you
these
send an
drivers.
invite to Ballsack?
Don't even know who's racing, but here we are. We're going to commentate this truck race tonight, which is already like 6 laps underway, Jim. So,
Or
Yeah, yeah.
you know what, host? I don't
Actually
need to hear your shit. So,
we
Jim,
missed
go
we
ahead.
missed that first stage, but who cares? It doesn't matter anyways. We're coming back to the green flag here in stage 2 with the is that no, it's the 32. I thought Ballsick took the lead. I was about to have a heart attack. No, the 32
Yeah,
in the lead right
who's
here.
the 32? Let's go find out. It's not Kluka.
It's
C.
Dank
Luke
Hill
or-
X as he gets shoved off
boy.
the track.
I see a lot of ass ramming like I saw last week at Michigan, Jim.
Oh, you hate to see it. Someone's way off the pace here. That's the 4 of K71. Hate to see it for him, but he's already back to the bumper of the 87, so it didn't hurt him too much.
Look at this. We got a serious battle for the lead here as old Hank Hill tries to run down C. Luca here going into the carousel. Is anybody going to Dukes of Hazzard this shit tonight?
Oh, I think you're going to see plenty of it. These guys didn't know where the brake pedal was at Michigan. What makes you think they're going to know where it is at Sonoma? It looks like we already have one go off there.
As it looks like C. Luca's pulling away from Dank Hill. Let's go back here. Looks like we got Tilly W., who's on the inside of the 20 truck of, I believe that's Sticky Balls.
Sticky Balls falling back to where he belongs.
That
the
is Ball
Shadow
Sack.
Realm.
Yep. Ball sack going to the back of the field. Appropriate for him. And don't look now, but right behind Ball sack is our in-race reporter from last week, Hosty, who just made his way around, trying to get back to the front of the field.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Gator. Hosting looks really slow tonight. He was in P3 for the longest time I was watching Stage 3 through his stream, but now he looks like he's just
Not that good of a driver. If you watch the Haulin Racing League Xfinity Series from last week, he finished last. So,
pretty sure somebody took me out because of that.
No, I think
we
it
don't
was just
need
a
your
loss of
opinion.
talent. You're also driving as Haley Deegan, so I mean, you really have no room to talk here. Right now,
Exactly.
outside wall.
Oh boy, here we go up through the S's. Ball sack trying to run down these trucks in front of him. Oh, and we have a viewer in the stream, Kyle Bartles. Welcome to
What's
the
up,
Haulin
K-Bart?
Racing.
How's it going?
Yeah, welcome to the Haulin Racing League's truck series from Sonoma, K-Bart.
Oh wow. The night team was actually trying to take that turn legitimately through the carousel, and while he was doing it, the car behind him just decided to send it and got right to his bumper. So using no brain cells seems to be the name of the game here early,
I'll
Gator.
say, Jim, somebody takes that corner seriously.
Yeah, I guess Host did, but he made a mistake because now he's loose off the corner. The 4's going to pass him. 19 just losing talent once
my
again.
God, I just watched the 12 truck go straight at the end of that back straightaway. And now he's back in front of the guy. oh my
Indeed,
goodness,
there
got
he goes.
some
He
serious
just-
lag out of that 12 truck.
Now he just hit the nitrous right there. He went right back in front.
Bro, that is some serious skill to fucking Jimmy Johnson yourself
No,
into that wall
no,
and
he
then appear
crashed
back
it.
out front.
No, this time he Martin Truex did, and
Yeah.
he's not going to get away from that one.
Yeah, I think he's done this time. He's gone. All right, anyways, we're still on board here with the 34 truck of Splash-tastic. I guess he likes splashes.
Indeed. As we've been saying, that's the 5 of Nike Boy Will 12, the dirty driver in that 11 car for the Cup Series. He's got himself a nice little lead here over second.
Yeah, man, he made himself a lot of friends last week at Michigan in that Cup race. He was in full send mode that whole race. So
Yeah,
he's probably looking to
I
go
don't know.
full send here at Sonoma tonight. As he
Actually looks
down in the
pretty
carousel.
clean here. I mean, I haven't actually seen it.
I
And he just
don't
drove
know.
off the
Yeah.
track.
He's you see that embankment on the outside of the track there, Jim? I think
Heard what I said about being clean so far and decided to go back to 5th to door somebody. interesting stuff here. Interesting strategy from Nike Boy. But, yeah, he's back to P5. Maybe further. I don't know.
Yeah, he needs to get him a fresh pair of Nikes after that one. He looked like he was wearing some Reeboks.
Just crazy tactics we have here early. The 22 of Kaluka hits the outside wall.
Yep. Bye. See you later, Felicia. And, here goes the 4.
Oh, my God. The 4 died. The 4 is actually dead.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We had 2 trucks in 2 corners. Decide they want to do a little bit of off-road and dirt for it. And, there's C. Luca off again. Oh, boy.
I'm so confused what's happening right now, Gator. I understand. Oh, the 4
There goes our in-race reporter hosting him. Just got fucking sent in the hairpin.
A little bit of Brian Vickers, Tony Stewart action right there. The 19 just got his rear tires jacked up.
He's just got his ass packed so hard. He's got to be a little chapped after that one, Jim.
The 4's lagging hard. Oh no. 19's off once again. Hate to see it.
Quite the interesting development, especially with the in-race reporter in our party right here. You know he had to feel that one. And that one hurt just a little bit as the 4 lags himself up through the field here.
You gotta know that is the best strategy. Shadow would know the best about it. But yeah, that 4 is actually working his way up. Oh no, now he's just
actually,
gonna ride the hill up here.
The dirt hill there.
And it's an interesting line to take, Gator. I don't see a lot of guys take it, but with a truck, anything's possible. We cycle back around to the lead as well.
I don't even know who's in the lead anymore, Jim. We're all kind of spread out here.
It's the 88 of Ubi Buffchanka. How about that for a name? Ubi. All capitals. Incredible.
That carousel seems to be quite the turn for these guys here, Jim.
Oh, it's bad everywhere. I mean, this track is broken. It has broken drivers on it, so you can just expect the worst kind of things to happen tonight. I'm excited for the cup race. That's when it gets worse. They get even more power to jump over that.
There we are. There's that good-looking Menards Ford of Ubi Buffchanka. Gets a little bit loose coming off out of the hairpin, but collects himself and heads back towards the start-finish line here to complete another lap.
I'm still very confused about Nike Boy Will. He might be lagging a little bit because on my screen he's lagging.
When is he not lagging there, Jim?
That's also the end of the stage. So yeah, Ubi Buff with the stage win. I don't know if it matters. I don't know if they use a point system in this league or if they just run it for shits and gigs. But that 88 wins the stage. Yeah,
Jim and I are just going in here just completely blind. We know very little about the structure of this league and the drivers in it. So bear with us as we try to figure this out with you guys. And K-Bart, who is watching.
Yeah, I feel bad for K-Bart. His ears are probably bleeding right now.
K-Bart's watching this, wondering how he can get better because he's a trash-ass driver himself.
Yeah, he's going to have to join this league himself, maybe the Truck Series, and see if he can be competitive here at Sonoma, which even I can't be competitive at Sonoma because this track is broken, like I mentioned earlier.
This track has big aids.
No joke. Host, our in-race reporter, can we get you on the line here?
Hi.
Hey,
how's your rear bumper feeling after that hairpin shot?
Well, it didn't have any damage, but he went to the back because he was lagging. So I guess that's decent.
All right, host, I have to ask: is there damage on in this race? I don't see anybody with damage.
Yeah, it's on.
Wow. These trucks are built out of titanium, apparently, because there's nobody with damage. I've seen multiple wrecks. So the green flag's in the air for stage 3.
God, this looks like rush hour in Bahrain.
Oh, the 5 and Nike Boy Will has found his way back to the lead somehow, whether that's through strategy or
lag.
Just not even that. He was in 5th before this whole thing, 6th, somewhere around there. Now he is back to the lead in front of that 88 of Ubi Chanka.
And he just got the commentator's curse and blew that corner right there, Jim.
Yeah, I might have been counting on it just a little bit here. I want to see that 88 win. I have money on it.
Oh my goodness, what is the 88 doing?
Never mind, he's trying to take the improv line through the carousel, through the sand.
To take the carousel shortcut.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a big mountain there on the inside. You can't do it. So, it looks like he's going to battle hard for this lead.
You know what you can do on that mountain, though, Jim? It's got a lot of bushes. It makes for a great hiding spot in a public lobby.
That is true. That is 100% true. I've seen Isla Cobos do it at least 12 times today alone.
I've seen our buddy Wasted 88, who's drunk as fuck all the time, that's why his name's Wasted, hide up in those bushes multiple times just watching the field drive by.
I don't know the name of this driver that the 5 is racing for. His last name is Lupton. I think it's Eric Lupton.
It's Dylan. Dylan.
Dildo Lupton in the lead right now with the 88 of Matt Crafton behind him.
Oh, here we are. That 4 truck's right behind that 19 again. The 19 just lets me go. Smart decision on our in-race reporter's part, because that 4 truck was going to send him here in turn number 1.
Yeah, you know, Gator, there isn't a lot going on in that brain of host games usually, so I'm kind of surprised he did that.
Yeah, especially after it got rattled around in the hairpin. He at least has some common sense, enough of it to let that 4 truck go for right now.
Lost at least 7 brain cells through that whole transaction and went on. Let's see. Anything else happening on the track?
Speaking of 7 brain cells, we've got about 11 of them racing right here collectively between these 2 drivers, Hostium and Ballsack. And here comes the 98 who's going to try to make his own lane up in the dirt. That's not the fastest way around there, bud.
As we get a laps to go, but 704 hates us because they do not have a ticker. They do not have a laps to go for us here watching these fantastic truck drivers motor their way around Sonoma. So we're going to wait until host stream gets back to the start-finish line before we can give you a laps to go here in the race.
Look at it. Look at all sticky balls up there in the top. Never mind. Top 5, I think.
Maybe once upon a time, but, you know, there's only so much that talent can take you.
It didn't take him anywhere in the North American e-racing league, that's for sure, Jim.
Taking him to a lot of top 10 finishes, though. Something he's very proud of.
That he has. Still looking for his first victory in that league, so we wish you luck, ball stick.
We definitely do. I want to see you win at FPGM for life.
If host can win in the North American e-racing league, you can too.
All right, 8 laps to go on this cancerous road course. It's the worst on the game, no doubt about it. We had to get rid of it from our league because Jim, it was so bad.
I consider myself a pretty good driver, and I've only won 1 race in that league, so yeah, fuck me too.
88. It looks like that 5 of Dildo Lupton starting to pull away a little bit here from the 88 of Ubi Buff.
Oh, Dildo has pulled away, huh?
Oh yeah, he's got at least a 2nd lead here. The 88 trying to cut the course, but
I'm back here watching the 87 of Joe Nematode. Back here towards the back of the field. Haven't mentioned him tonight. Heading off into that carousel for another sketchy time. Almost misses it and off into the dirt, but he maintains it. Just running the high lane, maybe. That's an interesting approach to that corner.
Yeah, you have to also notice on that 87, no sponsors. Everyone has figured out that this guy is a dirty old bum, and they have wanted to leave him as quick as possible. And I'm wondering when the same's going to happen to his son, because his son is just as bad.
Yeah, just talentless.
It's a talentless family. It's ridiculous.
So bad that he couldn't even get a top flight cup ride for this season. Had to go to Front Row Motorsports.
It's just a name Nemechek. It just breeds irrelevance.
Yeah, for some reason he coined the term front row Joe. Well, he never finished on that front row, that's for sure. And he gets sent off in the tire barriers by old Splash-tastic there.
Oof.
Splash-tastic was looking to make a splash on that one, and he sure did. He splashed it right in his booty hole. But good thing old Splash-tastic has Insurance King as his sponsor, because he's going to need to call them after this race. All right, Jim. I'm going to put this camera on our in-race reporter as I go check on my pizza that I put in the oven, Tombstone. For any Haulin Racing League guys that don't know who I am, my name's Gator Mike, and I fucking love pizza. So I'm going to eat it out of the oven.
Indeed. And I think this would be a perfect time to crank it up here for everyone watching the Haulin Racing truck series. Let's crank it up. All
Damage
right,
might be off.
we return here. What'd you say?
Damage might be off.
Yeah, I think damage is off because I haven't seen a single truck. I've seen some trucks soar into these outside walls, and there has not been a scuff on these trucks. So I do not believe damage is on. I think they realized that that happened, you would never finish the race. But I found out that I do not own the stream, so me doing that cranking it up probably was a lot more anticlimactic for you all on the stream than it was for me while I was switching through all the different trucks. A little bit of Virginia Tech education right there, just not worth a damn. Just saying. Brain cells non-existent tonight. Nike Boy Will still holding a commanding lead here.
All right, Jim, I'm back after my 4-tire pit stop there. What do we got going on in terms of action? What did I miss?
Just about nothing. Nike Boy Will still has a pretty sizable lead, about 2 seconds over that 88. Not sure how many laps are left. We'll wait for host to stream once again.
Give me 5.
But,
Oh, 5 to go. We're coming down to the bread and butter of this race.
Lupton Dillon. Wow, it says his last freaking name on the truck. And his first name. God damn it. Okay, well. It is what it is. Still gonna call him Eric Lumpton.
As we've got our in-race reporter trying to get around Hank Hill. Oh, God damn it, Bobby. Now, I know that is Hank Hill, their host. You're misreading it.
Okay.
And it's appropriate for this track, isn't it? Because there are a lot of hills. The
Gator,
hills have
I
eyes when you're
recall
watching.
Hostium Hose last week at Michigan saying that he was going to be really good here. And I'm just not seeing it. He just looks really slow.
I remember Hostium Hose saying he was a really good driver. And, oh, yeah, there he goes off to the 30.
Host might as well just pack it, just rage quit it. It's not like you're a part of this series.
I'm just thinking that Sonoma is not one of Host's better track there, Jim.
No, but he said it was. That's the sad thing. Is
I
he
hate
actually
Sonoma.
said? No, he lied. He said that he was gonna be fast here. I remember it from last
It
week.
sounds like he lied to us like 704 games, lies to their fan base.
Oh, God, you hate to see it. Oh, truck off here, the 4, losing talent there in the second to last corner. He's going to allow the 24 to get to his inside. We have some racing going on. I haven't seen that in like 12 laps, but here's a battle going on between the 4 and 20. Never mind, 4 just put it in the wall.
Perfect, perfect. As that Allegiant Airline Chevrolet tries to fly away from that 4 truck.
Let's see here. Host whining, per usual, about racing. That 32 gets around him. I think that's Hill. Dank Hill, yes.
That is Hank Hill, Jim. Hank with an
Alright, well,
H.
Host
As
is
the
actually
24
sizing up a
wrecks it.
pass. Oh yeah, 24 did wreck. He's just going to keep it right there in the middle of the track like a real race car driver should.
What a respectful
Right in the
racer.
middle.
Haven't seen much of that so far. But really classy move there from the 24 truck. Made a mistake and just lets all the oncoming drivers by.
Well, it looked like that, but when he did, it looked like he kind of messed up the entry on some of those guys. He stopped it right there at the beginning of the corner.
It's the thought that counts, Jim.
It is the thought that counts. The 5 rounding the hairpin turn there at the end. I think this is what, 3 to go, 2 to go?
I believe this is 3 to go here.
3 to go.
This is the biggest fuck up from last week is stretched his lead out, looking to bring home a dub here in the Truck Series tonight at Sonoma for the Haulin Racing League. He rounds turns 3 and 4 up over the hill. Coming down here to the new edition of Sonoma Raceway.
The worst part of Sonoma Raceway is what I meant to say.
You know what, Jim? I think this would be a lot of fun if 704 knew how to do physics and...
No, the 5's on 2 tires. Just as you said that, 5 went on 2 tires.
Yes, he's not supposed to do that.
Oh no, that makes a ton of sense. I mean, when we watched the Cup race here in real life, didn't you see him do it all the time? Like every single lap, 2 tires.
Every single lap. Oh, as he comes up on the 18 truck, this could get hairy.
Oh, who is the 18? He's slow as hell, and he's just gonna block up the track. Oh, he's just gonna get sent. Never mind, he gone.
He went off through the dirt and knocked over some cones. I thought he was just gonna pull the old Sonoma shortcut right there.
Is it dirt or sand?
Maybe a mixture of both.
Alright. Because I've seen, like, you know, in some pictures of Sonoma in, I think it's the fall, it looks luscious, green.
That'd be the springtime. I don't know why they don't run this race in the spring. It would look a lot better than this freaking Middle Eastern sand pit.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a fun track to race at. It's not pretty at all. It's in wine country, but I mean, dude, 704 did it justice with how ugly it looks in this game, because this is really how ugly it looks in real life.
Yeah, it's definitely in wine country here, Jim, because everybody whines about this damn place. The 704 fucked it away.
No doubt. Oh, look at that. On the right side, you saw like a little flag man. He has a little stand. It's more than Watkins Glen gives him.
Wow, the attention to detail on this game is second to none.
Oh, boy. This race needs to end already, so I can go ahead and get a Lifesaver Mint.
Yeah, speaking of attention to detail, if you've ever been to Kentucky Speedway, there's a beautiful little porta potty on the outside of turn 3, and it makes for a great entrance point into that corner.
It is beautiful, and I mean, if they could only simulate the smell as you're flying past at 190 miles per hour, that would be better.
You say that, I'm watching the 22 truck try to use the embankment in the carousel to get a good run off. It did not work out well for him.
I'm wondering if it's possible, maybe not because the physics suck in this game, but if you could flip your truck using one of these hills, that'd be pretty sick.
I'm sure Wasted could do it.
We'll have to get him in the booth at some point if we... Well, no, we can't. Never mind. Rest in peace.
As the 22 truck hits the curb up on 2 wheels, trying to run down that 4 truck here at the end of this thing.
Last lap presented by McDonald's, the 5 of Nike boy Will. Yeah, it's been pretty uneventful when he's been out ahead by like, I don't know, half a lap for the last 2 laps now, 3 laps.
Yeah, presented by McDonald's, cheap, shitty food. Gives you diarrhea.
Say what you want, Gabe, but I could go for some McDonald's right now.
Jim, something's wrong with you if you voluntarily want.
No, the 5 screwed it. Wow, trying to do some burnouts 1 lap early. Horrible.
He's still maintaining his top spot, though. He had such a huge lead in that DGR Crosley number 5 Toyota.
We need a sniper on one of these flag stands to shoot out one of these tires, because I'm getting bored of watching this 5 win this race.
Kind of like he sniped everybody last week.
Oh yeah, sniped him with his piss rocket, if you will. But yeah, that 5. He's rounding the S's final
Yeah,
turns.
sure. Here he comes down to corner number 11, I think it is. I don't know, one of those corners. The hairpin at the very end, the last corner. Sort of.
Oh, he got a dime in it. Wow, actually using a racing line for once. Pretty sick. And he is going to come around and win this race.
The 5 trucks going to come around and win this race here for the Haulin Racing League Truck Series race at Sonoma. Nike Boy Will is your winner here tonight.
P2 is Ubi Buff Chanka. He was looking pretty strong early. Not sure who's P3. I think it might... No way it's Ball Stick.
It might just be Ball Stick Jim, and that would be an impressive run for that 20 truck.
Host.
Host said, fuck you guys, he's done with us.
Well, I was in a turn, what?
Some dude's grinding the wall. The 4 is grinding the wall in front of the 19 in the final hairpin. Interesting strategy. You know, when you don't have damage, it works.
So you got Nike in first, UB Buff Chanka second, Ballsack and
Ballsack third.
Oh my God! A career best finish for Ballsack in any league, I think.
Oh, that's sick, dude. And T. Luca, P4, host brings home a P5. So
how about that? How did our in-race reporter get back to the top 5 there? What did you do late to get back in there, host?
Well, I thought everyone was going to be out of fuel. I thought everyone had to pit, so I was doing fuel strategy, and I saved a lap of fuel and lost all those spots.
Well, that's a big rip for you there, Hostium, but a solid top 5 finish tonight. Good points, not that you're running for them.
We are running for points.
Do you have you do have points in this? Does it use like the modern system, or does it use?
I don't know. I don't know how it goes.
Host is so far behind in points that he doesn't even know the system.
I wonder if Mr. Williams feels that way too.
This was the first truck race.
Oh, that was the very first truck race of the season, and they made it at Sonoma? Jesus Christ. That's a lot.
I'll go to Daytona.
Yeah, got a lot of faith in their boys here.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I am not an admin of the league, so I don't know jack shit about it. So, first truck race tonight. Won by Nike Boy Will.
News to us at the very end of this thing that this is the first truck race for the Haulin Racing League of the season. So, crucial information that we could have used at the beginning of this broadcast, but it's okay. We still made do.
We will try using or being a little more professional for the Cup Series.
And by little, we mean just very, very little. Maybe
a speck.
In between
maybe.
now and then, though, is an Xfinity race, which I'm not sure if we're commentating or not. So I'm going to go ahead and end this
God, there's
stream.
an Xfinity race too?
Yeah, 3 races in one night. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for this stream and get ready for the next one there, Jim. If you want to hang tight with us, maybe we can get hosts in the booth to join us for the Cup race tonight.
I will hang tight like a Mississippi wind chime, Gator.
Damn straight, boy. All right, for everybody that tuned in, all one person, K-Bart, we thank you for your participation tonight. And we'll see you guys in a few minutes for the Cup race.